What's good, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Amazon occurrences that are just rare. They are things that just almost never happen, but when they do happen, they're pretty awesome. But before we get started, if you haven't already seen, memberships are live and they are available on my channel now. You can go ahead and become a member to this channel right now. Go ahead and go down, and it's right next to the subscribe button. Just go down there, press join, and check out the tiers. If you want to check them out and become a member today, you can go ahead and check those out. And also join my Discord if you haven't already. Link is in the description below. It's always in the description below, so check that out. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video. And I'm going to start off with the first rare thing that ever happens at Amazon, the first rare occurrence, which is a paid day off. This rarely happens at Amazon. I think in my entire time working here, for my position specifically, I work inbound. This has happened for outbound. Since I've been working here, this has happened for outbound, I think like 5 times already. It kind of makes me jealous. Outbound gets days off. I feel like they always get days off all the time because something's broken over there. But for inbound, I think this has literally happened 2 times, and honestly only 1.5 times. One time is because there was a storm and they told us just go home, stay paid. So we got paid for that one time. I remember that happened. And then there was one more time when there was a fire in my building, and the fire had started like right before my shift started. I was already in the parking lot and everything. And then I got a text on my phone saying, don't come in today, or don't come in for a few hours. We're being delayed. There was a fire. There's a bunch of smoke in the building and we're waiting for it to clear out. And I was there in the parking lot until 11:30. My shift started at 7. I didn't get into the building until like 11:30 or 12. So I got about 5 hours off, and all those hours are paid. It's a paid day off. That was technically like a half day, but still, this rarely ever happens at Amazon, but it is super awesome when it does happen. A paid day off at Amazon is so nice. Number 2 on Amazon occurrences that rarely happen, systems going down. This has happened, I think, like 3 times since I've been working here. So in the last 2 years, the systems just completely shut down and completely fail. Sometimes this happens nationwide where it's the entire country, and even facilities like in different countries, this has happened with them at the same time as ours as well. Sometimes the Amazon systems just completely go down. We all know, if you've been working here for a few months now, we all know this happened in like, I think the beginning of December or the end of November. I can't completely remember. I wasn't there that day, unfortunately. It was on a day that I was off, but this happened where the systems just shut down completely and nobody was able to work for, I think it was like a whole entire shift or 2. I think it was maybe like 2 straight shifts where nobody was able to work at all. The systems went down completely. I remember getting a bunch of comments down in my video at the time, and everyone was just like, hey, we're not even doing anything. This is so chill. We're just hanging out. There's no work to do. Some people were being sent home. Some people were being VTO'd. It was really, really cool. Unfortunately, I wasn't there that day. I missed out on all the fun, but this has happened once before that as well. I remember when I first started working here, this happened like twice, but one, and they were pretty close in time periods. These happened like back to back, but this also happened like, I think when I had first started working there, I was maybe like 4 months in, maybe even 3 or 2 months in. So I was fairly new to this job, and it happened as well. They went down nationwide. Now this one lasted, I think, a lot shorter than the other one, because like I said, the other one lasted like an entire day basically. This one only lasted a few hours, but the site was down for a few hours, and this was nationwide. It was happening to everyone. We were all just chilling. I remember being on Reddit at the time. I didn't have my Discord at this time, and I don't even think I was making videos at this time yet, but we were all just chilling. There was people hanging out on the Amazon subreddit. A lot of people just talking there because everything was down, and it's pretty like, I wouldn't say super rare, but it doesn't happen too often. Maybe once a year, maybe twice a year if you're very fortunate. It doesn't happen that often, but it does happen, like where the systems just completely go down and fail. And those are one of the rare Amazon occurrences that I really like, because you just get to hang out for a little bit, and it's kind of like, it kind of feels disastrous in a way, but in a good way. Number 3, this might not be a rare occurrence for your site, because I've heard other people's sites saying that they do this much more often, but for my site, I've been working here, and this is excluding Thanksgiving, this has only happened, I think, 1 single time where this has happened, and that's your HR or managers bringing food. We had Domino's, I think, like a 1.5 years ago, and that was it. That was the last time I've had food. We of course we have them on Thanksgiving and Christmas. That happens at every site, I believe. So we do have Thanksgiving things, but for my manager straight up bringing food like Domino's that one time, that literally almost never happens, and it is extremely rare. Now, I've talked to people on my Discord who have said that their site brings food every single week. Our site doesn't do that at all. Like I said, we rarely ever get food, and it's awesome when we get free food, but it never happens. It's super rare, but it's one of those rare occurrences that I wish happened more often. And I'm low-key jealous of those sites that get food every single week, because there's somebody in my Discord who says their site gives them food every single day, breakfast every single day. I'm like, damn, we don't get anything like that. But yeah, that's number 3. And for number 4, the final one, that is finding empty pods. pods that are just completely empty, not just the bin themselves, but there is sometimes you'll get a pod that is completely empty. Somebody in my Discord sent this recently. I believe it was Voice Raider. Shout out to Voice Raider. If you're watching this video, I believe you sent a picture of a pod that was completely empty. I think I'll attach that picture right here just so you guys know what I'm talking about. But sometimes you'll just find a pod that is completely empty. I've only seen 2 of these in my entire time working at Amazon. In my near 2 years of being here, I've only seen 2 of them, and they happened on the same exact day, back to back. There was 2 completely empty pods right next to each other. I actually got to stow into one of them. Unfortunately, I only got to stow into the 16 inches, so I could only fit just a little bit in there. And that was also back when we had to do, like, I think it was the crisscross stowing, where you couldn't stow the same items right next to each other. You had to leave a gap in between. So we had to, or it was called checkerboarding. We had to do that. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to, you know, take advantage of the full pod and like stow in the entire pod. But it was really, really cool. It was amazing to see. And this was really early on too. I had been working there for maybe 6 months at most, and that was my first time seeing it. It was probably less than 6 months. It was probably like 5 months, and I haven't seen it since then. It's been over a year. It's almost been a year and a half, and I still haven't seen an empty pod like that since then. Aside from the ones that they take out of the floor to clean, because I see those all the time, but I haven't seen one actually driving around by the drives in such a long time, and it's crazy. It's a rare Amazon occurrence that once you see it, you're like, damn, that I feel like I just saw like gold or something. And then if you actually get to work out of it, especially if you're a stower, blessed, because that's, you could fit, like, let's say you had a bunch of small items, like a big box of like 200 items, and there's a bunch of small bins. If you could stow all those items into the small bins and you don't have to checkerboard, you are straight. Your tack time is gonna go way down, your rate's gonna go way up, units per hour is gonna be nice, and overall it's a very, very blessed situation. But that's the end. That is all the rare Amazon occurrences. Let me know if there's any that you would mention in this video down in the comments below. Let me know if there are any that you think I forgot, or any that you think that you would put in there as well. There's more that I can think of, and I actually did think of more that I didn't put on this list, but I'm leaving that for if I ever do a part 2 to this video. Leave a like if you would like to see a part 2 to this video. 75 likes on this video and I'll do another part 2 to this. And yeah, if you haven't already checked out memberships on the channel, they are available now. You can go ahead and become a member to the channel today. If you super love my channel and you really want to support my content, go ahead and become a member. If not, it's okay. Leave a subscribe down below on this video if you haven't already. If you're not already subscribed, I make Amazon content like this weekly, 3 videos per week usually, sometimes more, sometimes a little bit less, but it's very rare that I do less. And of course, I have exclusive content on my memberships as well. And thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I love you all. Leave a like and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much. Peace. One thing that I really like about this trail as well is that it's really empty. I've ran into 2 people this entire time that I've been down here, and yeah, I've only found 2 people so far. Really empty. Nobody really uses this trail, so it's really cool for secluded bike rides or just walks, or like I'm doing, filming. And let me show you guys where I'm at right now too. See, I'm still next to this building. There's also trains right there, like little trains or whatever, and then you can get past this like barbed wire fence, you can get a nice view of the city.